Hello everyone. Welcome to the fourth episode of Trinity Talks. Thank you so much for your love, support, and overwhelming words for our previous episode of Trinity Talks. Today's topic is Get Yourself Out from Babylon. Babylon was a state in the ancient Mesopotamia. The city of Babylon, whose ruins are still located in present-day Iraq. It was founded more than 4,000 years ago as a small port town on the Euphrates River. Later, it grew into one of the largest cities of the ancient world with beautiful and lavish buildings and walls. The Hanging Garden of Babylon is one of the 7 wonders of the world. The city Babylon first time appeared in the first book of Bible, that is Genesis chapter 11, verse 1 to 9. Now the whole earth used one language and had the same words. As they journeyed in the east, they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they settled there. They said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They had bricks instead of stone and tar as mortar. They said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top will reach to the heaven, and let us make a name for ourselves. If we do not, we will scatter across the surface of the whole earth." So Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower which the descendant of Adam has built. Yahweh said, "Look, they are one people with the same language, and they are beginning to do this. Soon nothing that they intend to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language there, so that they may not understand each other." So Yahweh scattered them from there across the surface of all the earth, and they stopped building the city. Therefore, its name was called Babel, because there Yahweh confused the language of the whole earth, and from there Yahweh scattered them abroad over the surface of all the earth. Here, these rebellious people trying to build a tower that would reach to heaven. The tower was built on bricks, not with stone. In Bible, bricks seems to represent man's work, while stone represents God's work. They were attempting to make a name for themselves instead of allowing God to make a name for them. It is shocking to see that the city of Babylon again mentioned in the last book of Bible, that is Revelation chapter 17 verse 3 to 5. Then the angel carried me away in the spirit into a desert. There I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast that was covered with blasphemous name and had 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was dressed in purple and scarlet and was glittering with gold, precious stone, and pearls. She held a golden cup in her hand filled with abominable things and the flattery of her adulteries. This title was written on her forehead: Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of prostitutes and of the abomination of the earth. Here, Mystery Babylon title is not for literal Babylon, but it is the spirit of Babylon, which is the source and mother of all idolatries and spiritual adulteries. In the Bible, many a time the Israelites would find themselves besieged by enemies and taken captive. In the book of Daniel, we find that some children of Israelites found themselves captive in Babylon. Let me tell you, my friend, Nebuchadnezzar came to Israel to exile them to Babylon, and he still comes today in our life to take us into the captivity of Babylon. Today, the Babylon is no longer an ancient city buried somewhere in the Middle East, but it is a situation or a state of mind which make your life incompatible. If you are sick today with some diseases, that's your Babylon. If you are poor and you cannot make your livelihood meet daily, that's your Babylon. Maybe you are a father and you are failing to support your family to provide the basic essential need. that's your Babylon. If you are a leader and unable to control and guide the youth according to God's will, that's your Babylon. If you are committed your life into Jesus and wanted to serve Him wholeheartedly, but the devil comes with different strategy and put you into depression and anxiety, that's your Babylon. My dear friend, everyone had fallen in the captivity of Babylon in some point of life. Even the guy who is talking to you today had the same in his life. The man-made worldly system has trapped us so deeply that we are unable to realize that we are in Babylon, the spirit of abomination and adulteries, which is controlled by the devil. My friend, it is very important and a call of emergency to get out from this Babylon because we do not have time. Revelation chapter 18 verse 4 to 5. Then I heard another voice from heaven say, "Come out from her, my people, so that you will not share in her sins, and so that you will not receive any of her plagues. Her sins have built up as high as heaven, and God has remembered her evil actions." That signifies that the wrath of the Lord is coming soon on the worldly system of devil, and the fall of Babylonian spirit is near. So we must come out from the spirit of Babylon and all kind of sins that we are committing every day. This is only possible by the Holy Trinity God. My dear friends, let's get ourselves out from the spirit of Babylon. Let's confess our sins to the Lord and surrender our lives to Him. The Almighty Trinity God is welcoming you today and calling us to get out from Babylon. May the Lord bless you and help you to get out from the spirit of Babylon. See you all in the next episode of Trinity Talks on coming Friday. Stay tuned, stay blessed.